Yo, what's up guys? Trading is one of the best ways to make Robux on Roblox. There's literally people who make hundreds of millions of Robux and who own the most expensive items in the game just through trading. Personally, I've made millions of Robux through trading myself. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how you can actually trade and make Robux in 2023. So the first thing you need to know is in order to trade, you actually need Roblox Premium. So you do have to actually pay in order to start trading. For you guys, I would always recommend getting the Premium that is $5. This is the cheapest one. You don't really need to spend more money because I think you can start with only the cheapest one, which is the one that I use. And I've never actually bought any of the other ones. Another thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need some limited items. You can tell an item is limited by the tag in the bottom left corner, and also if it's resellable by other Roblox users, then it's a limited item. So you could check through your inventory and see what items you guys have that has that same limited tag next to it. Or there's a website you can use called RBLX Trade, which you guys can just go to and see all of the limited items that you own just by searching up your username. So you can just search up your username, click on your avatar. You can actually see exactly how much Robux you're worth, and you can see exactly which limited items you guys actually own. If you don't actually own any limited items, what I can recommend for you guys is that you try to get some deals. If you go to the deals page, you can see a bunch of different items selling for really cheap. So just try to buy an item for cheap and use that to actually start trading with. So now that you actually have a limited item and you have Roblox Premium, you can actually start trading. Personally, my favorite way to actually trade is in this game called Trade Hangout, where basically a bunch of different traders hang out and make trades with each other. So once you actually get into Trade Hangout, you can see everybody else's items and see what you actually want to trade for. So you can just click on the user and then see all the items that they have right here and how much all of them are worth. So another thing that I would recommend for you guys is you check out artist.guide, which kind of just goes more in depth into trading, more methods that you guys can use, and more specifics on different kinds of trades. There's people who have used the artist trade guide and have been able to make tens of thousands of Robux just by following the guide. It's pretty accessible, so anyone can use it. It's made for the average person. There's even been people who have been able to get extremely expensive items like the classic fedora using the guide, so make sure you guys check it out. So there's actually a bunch of different methods on how to make profit. So if you're just first starting and you have a really cheap item, what I'd recommend to you guys is looking at how much your item is worth and then trying to find an item that is barely worth more. So this item is worth 157 Robux, so I might look for an item that's worth like 180. So this item, the Party Unicorn Floaty, is worth 179 Robux. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look through all of the people who own it through the resellers list and send them all trades. So if you want to send someone a trade, basically you just have to go to their profile, make sure they have Roblox Premium, and then click in the top right corner and you can just do trade items right there. And then once you actually find the item that you want to give, you can click on that. You can clip up to 4 different items and Robux that you actually want to trade. Then when you find the items you want to trade, look for the items that they have that you want and send them out trades. Basically, the more trades that you send out to people, the more likely you'll get at least one person to accept. So I'm going to send out all these people trades and hopefully I can get the Party Unicorn Floaty and make a little bit of Robux profit. But basically I would recommend keep trying this until someone accepts and then look for another item that's just worth a little bit more. And once you actually start getting more Robux and your items are worth more, there's different methods that you guys can do to actually make even more profit. So there's one method called the upgrading and downgrading method. And before you actually learn what that is, you need to know what upgrading is and what downgrading is. So this trade right here is a downgrade because I'm giving less items for more. So as you can see, I'm giving 1 item in return for 4, so that's a downgrade. And this trade right here is an example of an upgrade where I'm giving more items in return for less. So basically, when you're downgrading, you want to make sure that you're getting a win. Try to get as much Robux in return for your downgrade as possible. Then when you're upgrading, you want to try to get a win as well, or at least give as little as possible. Because normally when you upgrade, you're supposed to overpay, but if you can try to give equal or get an overpay in return, then you'll make profit. If you downgrade for a win and upgrade for a win, you're gonna keep making Robux. So another thing you guys can try is flipping different projected items. So if you don't know what a projected item is, basically it's an item where the value is super inflated. So as you can see, the best price on this item is only 50,000, but the average price is 220,000. So basically somebody inflated the price of this item and now it looks like it's worth a lot more than it actually is. What you guys can try to do is get these items for super cheap and then trade them off for a lot more. It's super easy to find these items. Just go to Roblox Trade. They have a projected page. Under trading, you can see projected items, and then you can see all of the items that are currently projected and try to trade for some of these items, get them for cheap, and then trade them off for more to someone else. Once you start getting more valuable items, you need to start worrying about the item's value. So the value of an item isn't the same as the wrap or the recent average price, but instead the amount that it actually gets traded for. So for certain items, mainly more expensive ones, they actually get traded for more than the wrap. So for an item like the perfectly legitimate business hat, you can see that the average price is $11,399. But this item is actually valued at 13,000 Robux, which is a lot more than the wrap is. So you can use the website Rollymons to check the value of different limited items that you have. As you can see, the legit is worth 13,000 Robux. Now this is not the case for every single limited item. It's mainly just the more popular items and the more valuable items. So once again, an item like the Emerald Valkyrie has a wrap of 3,120,000. But then when you check its actual value, you can see that it's worth 4 million. So you just want to keep track of your items, see how much they're valued at, and how much they actually get traded for. Another thing that you want to keep track of is the demand of your item. So the demand is basically how often the item gets traded and how popular it is. The higher demand of an item, the easier it will be to trade. The lower the demand, the more difficult it'll be. But also, for the most part, low demand items are more stable and high demand items change a lot in value. So keep all of that in mind when you're trading for items. You want to know what the demand is and what the value is, because that can really change a lot about different trades. So hopefully between my methods and the artist trade guide, you guys are actually going to be able to make tons of Robux. So I wish all you guys good luck. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Peace.